So we've turned this is 100 watts. We've turned it down to like 8 watts, something like that. And this is 10 in, 160 out. And I've got this noisy power supply on top of it. But it's kind of counterproductive to a degree because this radio will do 100 watts already. And but basically, let's turn this off here. This does have a preamp too, so it is helpful. Actually, I've used it. So the damp off and 15 watt scale. 150 watt scale. Turn the amp on. We're probably getting 30 or 40 watts, you know. And I turned it up a little bit, and the amp shut down for overload. So, and then I undid everything and checked it, and it was pretty close to looking like 20 watts. So it's not putting out 160 watts on FM. It probably will on sideband. Sideband's a little more tricky because it is easier to overdrive it if you're not careful on peaks. But FM is like, okay, set it, and you got it where you need it, you're good. But I used to use this on FM a lot, or I'm sorry, sideband a lot, and you would have to get it just right. Otherwise, it would trip every once in a while. I have another one that doesn't have that protection on it, and that's why I don't use it, because I'm worried about it. The parts are hard to find for these anymore. So the other one would be fine for FM, even though it does have sideband. It's just you want to be safe with it. The other one is a 30 watt input and 160 out. So like it would be really good for an old radio that does 20 watts or less. So would this one if you could turn down the radio to 5 watts or 10 watts. The problem is this is really like, I think this would be kind of cool to try with a handheld. So that's what I was going to do. I was going to hook a couple of different handhelds up to this and show you guys what it does. Alright, let's use a UV5R. But let's go ahead and see what it does first. I mean, we pretty much know it's going to be like 3 watts, so it's totally safe to use with this thing. Okay, get this off.
Channel mode.
Alright.
Frequency mode.
Okay, 14652. I want to back it down because people monitor it. I don't want to interfere with them. Alright. 15 watt. We've seen about 4 watts out of it. 3.5. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn the Mirage on. We get about 60 watts. Now let's go
1 4 4 4 4 0.
I bet you it goes up higher. No, it goes lower. Okay.
1 4 7 5 0 0.
80 watts. What does the Bofang do without it? Same amount. So it wants to put out more up higher in the band. Okay. So we've seen that on this UV5R. Alright. let's take this supposed 10-watt radio. We know it's not 10, but it's close. This is the BF H6. Actually doesn't say. Some of these will have the wattage written on them. So we'll get this screwed into the antenna. Here we go. Okay.
Welcome.
Alright. We're on low power. I just realized it. I'm not sure if I remember how to do that.
1. Menu.
Well, you really can't see that, can you? It says TX power's on high. Okay. Right. Oh, I see what it is. So our bottom one is
Menu. Power. Confirm.
okay. We're about just shy of 7 watts. Okay. Let's see what it does. We get 100 watts out. Not bad. Let's see if we can make a contact on here. KG 7HVR testing. KG7OL, KG7HVR, are you out there? I think he went somewhere for the weekend, so he's probably not on there. I totally could sit out here with my Bofang and this amp and have a 100-watt station. I mean, and I wouldn't need the any of these things out here. I just need a radio that can turn down to, like, you know, about 7 or 8 watts. Alright, so we're going to try some other radios. I did a couple other ones to try. Most of these other ones are not going to be that different. Let's try the Yasu. I heard a guy the other day calling it Yasu. YAE spells yay, I think. SU, Su. Yay, Su. But it could be Yasu. I don't know. We got this guy here. Band. Okay, let's go down to here and see. Oh, I forgot. Damn thing's on. So almost 5 watts out of this. Okay. So we should get a little bit more power. We're at 80 watts. Yep. Not quite 160. Let me see. Maybe I can. I was going to take the thing off of here, but I just thought about it. It was like, let's go to 147. Okay. We had 90. So I think that might be the amp that does better. Because actually my antenna is worse at a higher frequency. So we can try the UVK58 and see. I don't think I have tested this radio even for output, to be honest with you guys. So I'm not sure what it does in the first place. So that's kind of good. Okay, let's shut this off.
Welcome. Channel mode 4-1. Frequency mode.
146540. That should be fine. Okay. Under 3 watts.
1
4
4 7 7 7.
Under 3 watts. Okay.
1 4 4 4 4 4.
So this radio does under 3 watts. Not a real powerhouse. Okay. Let's try 144. Might help if we don't burn up the meter. 45 watts.
1 4 5 6 6 0.
45 watts.
1 4 7 7 7.
70 watts almost. So you could do pretty good with one of these bricks in your vehicle and a handheld. But yeah. So this radio doesn't put out that much power at all. The Bofang actually is fairly close to advertised. In fact, it works okay somewhere else that you don't want to use it. You know, it actually comes close to 10 out of the band. Alright, let's try this Radtel. I do not know how to put this radio into frequency mode. And I don't have anything programmed in it that's not a repeater. So we'll just have to do this quickly. So this radio has no VFO A or B that's easy to get to. I think like you hold it down, it gives you the voltage. It's on dual watch. So A or B, these guys are gonna hate me, but let's turn this off and we'll see what it puts out. 4 watts. Okay. 80. So to get into VFO mode in this, I don't know. I've not been able to figure it out. And I think this is the one I had to put all the frequencies in a scan list too.
Startup logo. Voltage startup prompted word prompt. EB. Router beat. Dual display TX prior save mode. Frequency step SQ level. Display log time tab out. Vox left Vox to weather monitor. FM standby. Tail zone. Scanning direction. Personal ID. Repeater mode. Privacy code.
Oh, if you turn out this
Repeater mode.
right here, When you do the talk around.
Repeater mode.
Okay, exit. So now we're not going into the repeater. Okay.
42, 44, 45, 46.
So at 145.45, let's see what we get without the amp. 4.25 watts with the amp. 55. Okay.
47, 40, 49, 1, 2.
Okay, that's a little higher up in the band. So that's 75 watts. Let me go back in here and turn.
Repeater mode. Repeater mode.
I don't know, that's not right. Okay, let me turn this thing off.
Repeater mode.
I don't want talk around. I don't want frequency reversal.
Repeater mode.
Okay. There we go.
W7YRC. Repeater.
Now, this thing gives me a DTMF code. It like pops it up every single time something is received. Like it's trying to read something. It's weird. Anyway, so that's all the radios I have to test that are out here.
W1DGL mobile heading back to the club station.
That's all the radios I have to test. So anyway, but basically, yeah, this would be good for that. You probably would never have a problem with it. You'd never overdrive it. You're not going to get 160 watts out of it, though. So, I think they're probably advertising 160 on single sideband. That's what I think. But, I know I've seen 160 watts out of it on sideband. So, it does. But, not on FM. So, anyway. I don't know. But it doesn't make any sense for me to run this thing with the 100 watt ICOM. I can see, like, my other radio. My other radio, though, probably would turn down to 5 watts, and then I wouldn't even be doing 100 watts. So, it's kind of pointless for me to use it. I could just use this and do 100 watts. And then I have access to all modes and everything. Although, there's nobody on here doing sideband anymore, so unfortunately, it's useless. There is sideband activity, but I'm not going to hear it from where I'm at. So anyway, I just thought I would kind of make a video of that and show you guys some stuff with these little brick amplifiers. And they're pretty cool to have. Usually I see these for 100, 150 bucks at Hamfest and stuff. And for the most part, they're usually still good, but you know, you need to be careful. There's usually no way to test them. I do not know what it costs new. I'm thinking like around 400 bucks. So if it's worth it to you, then maybe you might want to buy one. I certainly would want one a little bit more than 160, just because you're not going to get that. So it's more like a 100 watt amp, basically. And if you get like a 200, then you'd probably be closer to 150. And I know they make a 200, so I don't think it costs much more than this one. So thanks for watching. 73. Have a good weekend and be safe.